Okay, now you can start the meeting.
Good evening. My name is Kirk Smallage. I am the chair for the Douglas Library Board of Trustees. This is for our regular meeting for the month of December.
It's your special meeting.
I take that back. I guess it is actually a special meeting since we had to postpone due to a lack of a quorum last week. It is 7 o'clock and I am going to call the meeting to order. If you would, please stand and join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. At this time, I'm going to invite if there are any members of the public that have joined us. I see none here in attendance, but if there are any online, and you'd like to be able to address the board, we'd like you to make your comments now. And if you could please try to limit them to around a couple minutes or less. Are there any members of the public with us online? Okay, hearing none, we'll move past the public comment section and begin the reports. We don't have a secretary tonight. We have been notified sadly, that Meg Clifton has decided to get on with her life in other ways, I guess is best way to put it. She's a busy lady and there's lots going on in her life, and we will very much miss not having her part of the Board of Trustees, and particularly her help during her tenure as secretary for us. I will, under her section, ask if we could have a motion to approve the minutes of the November 2025 meeting. Can I enter?
So move, Mr. Chairman.
Peter Casserella with the motion. May I have a second, please?
I second.
All right, we'll take a second from the online from Dale. Thank you for that. Anyone have any comments or discussion items from the minutes that they'd like to bring to our attention? Is there any discussion on the motion to approve? Hearing none, I will ask for a vote. And I will ask that because we have two members online, that we make this a name vote, please. So I'll start with Beth, who's here. Aye or no? Okay, Beth, one abstention. Peter, aye. Sue?
Aye.
Yeah. Aye. Dale?
Aye.
Emily?
Yeah.
And I am an aye. So the motion will be approved with one abstention. I assume there were no nays. We got everybody. Okay.
That sure looks like it, yes.
Thank you.
That describes it, yes.
Okay. We will move on now to the town manager's representative. Dory, welcome to joining us tonight. And do you have anything that you would like to report?
So I just have a couple of things this evening. We being Drusilla and I in Valley Communications have been working really hard on this virtual meeting room, getting things up and running, and it looks like things are running well. So that's been something that's been on our to-do list, and so far so good. I'm hoping it doesn't time out on you tonight. The other couple items I have, so the kitchen floor has now been replaced at the library. We're very happy that that has been done. I'm excited to come and see it, but I've heard that it looks really nice. Our office is currently working on CIP and getting that put into the budget for next year. And that is all I have this evening.
Okay, thank you very much for that report. We appreciate hearing from you, and thank you for attending with us tonight. Anybody have any comments on the town manager representative report? Hearing none, we will move to the chairperson's report. I'm going to defer my report to the items as they occur in our agenda. I did meet with the town manager, what would have been now 2 weeks ago, 2 to 3 weeks ago, and covered pretty much everything that I wanted to with him. And almost everything that we discussed is incorporated in tonight's agenda. So I will defer to that. And that brings us to our library director.
So I think everything that I had was in the report that was sent out, with meeting packet. Kitchen floor is in, yay.
Hey,
Books are coming, yay.
hey.
So yeah, generally that's it. December fortunately is a fairly quiet month for us. I mean, we have some special programs and so on, but so far so good.
Excellent. Anybody have any comments on the director's report in the packet that we received?
No.
Hearing none, then we will move on to old business. And we will begin with the state library policies. This is an issue that's sort of been batted back and forth on the tennis court or the paddle. What's the other game that everybody likes to play? Pickleball
Well-
court or whatever. But we do believe now it has reached a point where it's complete. And we have a packet that you should have received that includes 5 parts, I believe.
Yeah, it's 4 policies and then 1 form.
Okay. And what I'm going to ask for tonight, and we certainly can have a discussion, but I'm going to ask for a motion to approve these policies as a packet with all 5, so that the director then can notify the state that we have either approved or not approved them, depending on the outcome, so that that will wrap that issue up, hopefully, one way or the other. So could I entertain a motion from someone to accept these policies as a packet of 5 as presented by the director?
Yeah, we have any discussion
Yes,
on these?
absolutely, yeah.
Discuss until you've had a motion. and
Yeah,
second.
once the motion has
Motion and second and then.
second. Yeah,
Don't use it anymore.
say that again. Whoever mentioned that? Okay, Beth, you have a question?
Yeah. Listed one by one in motion.
Yeah, please.
Okay, sure, take that. Yep.
So exciting. I move that the trustees of the Douglas Library accept the collection of development and maintenance policy, the Hebron, the display policy, the library programming policy, the material review and reconsideration policy, and the reconsideration of library materials as a packet.
I second it.
Thank you, Dale.
I second it.
Thank you, Dale. The motion has been made and seconded to approve the packet of 5 policies. I will now entertain any discussion. Does anybody want to make a comment or have anything to add? Sue, you have something?
Yeah, I had called a few libraries asking about the policies, how they handle them, what they really thought of them, and it was quite enlightening. Apparently, nobody thinks the policies are really clear. They're not happy with them. They're hoping that the legislature will address making changes in February. And I had stated at our last meeting that I thought we maybe as individuals, if we don't want to write as a board or as a board, contact our state senator and representative. Kathy Austin is part of the what's the name of the committee, Drusilla? That funds appropriation.
Appropriations, yes,
committee.
that was English. That was-
Yeah.
was a word.
geez. And I think it needs to be clarified whether the policies are going to eliminate state and federal funding if we don't pass them? Was that the intent of these policies? And are we going to be reimbursed for the, what is it, book borrowing fees that we pay, the interlibrary loan service? Because we're being told that we're going to lose all funding.
Yes, that is what I was
Yeah.
told by Ms. Lavelle. at the state
And,
library.
yeah, and that seems to need clarification from everybody I talked to also. And some were stated, they submitted an exact policy that other libraries had been approved. And it was said it didn't meet the recommendations. There just didn't seem to be any consistency on how everything was handled.
Does
So,
that complete your question?
hmm?
Is that the end of your question?
Well, that was,
Oh, your concern?
yeah, I mean, that was what, through the conversations with the other directors, there was no consistency on how these things were handled. Some got their policies. Yep, this was approved. Somebody would copy the exact same policy, just change the name of the library, and it would say, nope, didn't meet it. And I think there's a lot of issues that need to be
Okay, thank you.
clarified.
Would you like to comment first, or I can?
I was just gonna say that, directors, we all talk to each other, and
Yeah.
there's been a lot of, and a number, I know that some libraries or library boards have reached out to their state legislators to say, look, we need some clarification. We need
Mhm.
the legislature to weigh in on what is actually said in the legislation. So I would expect, or I would hope, that there would be some clarification on that after the next session.
I'll comment now based on the meeting with the town manager. This was brought to his attention. At that point, he turned it over to the town attorney. The town attorney spent a good deal of time going over it and trying to bring together the parts of it that were wanted by the state and still protect some of the parts of it that were for more local control. It was felt by the town manager that has happened. And now the particular document that you have in front of you, or the documents, the packet that you have in front of me, represents that best effort at this.
If I
Point.
can actually
Yep.
correct that.
Okay.
So I had passed on to Ms. Lavelle the policy that our town attorney had worked on, and was informed that it did not meet the standards. And so this packet of policies is copied from the samples on the state library's website.
Okay. But it's my understanding that it has been approved by the town manager's office. Or
It's been approved by the state, which is what,
the most important thing.
yeah.
Okay. So I think I'm certainly satisfied at this point that taking a snapshot in time, which is this seems to be a dynamic process ever to change potentially. I'm happy with accepting these at this point in time with also the same hope, I guess is the word I'll use, for further review and perhaps a better document to come in the future. I think this was kind of the first shot at it across the state. There seem to be several points in it that still remain a little fuzzy or questionable. So I'm at least promoting approval of them as they stand tonight, so that we can then let them get on the state at the state level with a further review and hopefully bring us back something to work with that perhaps will be better in the future.
Right.
Peter?
So are we saying we are Are we saying that we are agreeing with what the state has written and we are adopting the state's policies as written by them?
Yes.
I believe it goes a step further than that. I think the town manager's office was extremely concerned about the threat potentially of losing any funding at all. And as a result of that, urged us to pass these policies. And I didn't see anything that I could disagree with them on with that point. I certainly would rather.
So acquiesce to the state in
Yes.
order to ensure funding. from the state.
Yes.
Yeah, we didn't feel he didn't feel that we should be singled out potentially for something we might miss out on that could be beneficial to us and to the library. So again, I'm urging that we pass this motion to approve.
We're also not the only one that hasn't passed these yet.
Okay. I'm only concerned about our board and
I
what we do here tonight. But I do appreciate the effort that you made, Sue, to reach out to some people and get a little more information on that. And I do hope that you are correct when you have the same, sounds like the same hope that I have that this will be better done in the future. So,
Well, I think we need to contact our representative.
Yeah, I would say
And
the
make sure that it
more they hear
is
from,
brought up at the next session.
okay,
the more they
Which
hear from
starts February
local
4th.
libraries,
Okay.
and boards,
that sounds like a
the more
great
chance there is.
suggestion.
Right.
I'm going to ask if there's any comment from Dale.
No, I believe, we're kind of in a strange situation. We have to accept, the state has to accept our policies. And our policies, originally the state did not accept. And so if we don't accept the state policies, then we are possibly not getting the funding from the state. So it's important to follow what the state is saying, but also knowing that hopefully that there will be clarification in the future.
Okay, thank you for that. Emily, do you have anything that you'd like to comment?
I would just echo what you said, Kirk, about like I'm okay with accepting it as is for right now, with the idea that we can hopefully revisit once there's been more conversation at the state level about it.
Okay. Thank you for that. So if there's no further discussion, I once again will ask for a by name vote. Oh, sure, Peter.
Question, would you please send us boilerplate letter that we can send to our representatives so that we know we've got the salient points included in the letter we ultimately sign to individually or collectively?
Yep, I can send you some bullet points.
Thank you.
Thank you for that. Okay, we're going to start with those in favor. Or it's either an aye or nay. I guess it could be one or the other. Beth? Aye. Beth? Peter?
Yes, aye.
Aye. Sue?
Reluctantly, I.
Sue reluctantly aye. Dale?
Aye.
Thank you. And Emily?
Aye.
And the chair votes aye as well. So it's unanimous. Thank you all very much for the attention that you paid. I know this had to be a fair amount of reading to go through to be able to even understand some of the things that were being presented. So thank you for that. And thank you, Drusilla, for all the work that you've put into getting this in a place where we can hopefully move on for now. And maybe it'll get better down the road. With the completion of that vote and passing that motion, then I'm going to move on to the evaluation form and the action associated with that for evaluating the library director. And in your packets, you should have seen some nice work done by Meg Clifton, and we thank her very much. This was a nice legacy for her to leave behind to give us this to work with and evaluating the library director. I explained to the town manager that upon approval of this, the effort would be made to try and complete these between now and our January meeting, at which point I will collect them and I will put together a overview with individual comments within the appropriate places, the boxes or whatever from individual members. and we'll tabulate the numbering portion of all that for each of the categories. And then I believe that what we're hoping to do is have the chair and possibly the vice chair, if that's agreeable to the board, present that to Drusilla first before I present it to Andy. So she has an opportunity to look at it. That is at least my goal for this point. But right now, I would like to entertain a motion to approve this evaluation process as it is written in this packet with the form to be used here. And one other footnote, this document then would be used each subsequent December at the end of each year, where we would be able to provide this so that the town manager has in his possession by the middle or whatever of January for his use throughout the year or whenever they do appropriate evaluations and across the town level. So could I have a motion to approve this evaluation process and form?
Move, Mr. Chairman.
Motion is made by Peter Casarella. Thank you. May I have a second to that motion?
I'll second.
And Dale has a second.
You know?
Okay. And is there any discussion? I assume that you've all had an opportunity to at least take a peek at this, although during the course of this next few days or weeks, I'd like you to get more familiar with it and actually fill it out. So, and I will offer that if any of you have any questions during the process, please feel to reach out to me and I'm happy to assist if there's a question that you're not sure about. But are there any questions, Beth? Oh, that's true. Okay, yes. Let it be noted that Beth Fitzgerald felt that she wouldn't participate in this year's evaluation because she hasn't been with us long enough to feel comfortable in offering that. So thank you. That'll be fine. Emily, do you have anything you'd like to offer for comment?
No.
Okay. Dale, anything you'd like to offer?
No.
Okay. Sue or Peter? Okay. Then with that being the case, I will call for another motion, and once again by name, and I'll start once again with Beth.
Fitzgerald, aye.
Aye for Beth. Peter?
Aye.
Aye for Peter. Sue?
Yes.
Aye for Sue.
Yes.
Sue's having a hard time down at that end of the table tonight, but thank you for your vote. Emily?
Aye.
Thank you. Dale?
Aye.
Aye, and the chair votes aye as well. So once again, this particular motion is approved unanimously. And again, special thanks to Meg for the work that she put into this, and likely to you too, Drizzle. Didn't you participate with her? Okay, well, thank you too for this. I think this is a wonderful thing to get done. I feel pretty happy about that on my short tenure, that we've got something in place that hadn't happened for a couple of years at least, right? In terms of having it available. So, and the town manager was quite pleased and receptive to our participating as we are in this. So I thought that was well received as well. So thank you for that. And now we will move into new business and we'll talk about the new year 26 budget.
And I realized after I had sent this out to all of you that the math did not math on the current year adopted budget. That is not the actual total for the current year. So it's not quite as big of a jump as it looks like on this. The actual current year budget is $386,620.
So does that mean we need to reapprove this budget?
No. So the proposed budget is the last column. So that number has not changed. Just letting you know that instead of a jump from 322 to that, it's a jump from 386.
Okay.
Can you read that whole number again? I'm sorry.
$386,620.
That's the bottom number.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
So roughly 40,000.
This is in the new packet that, or did she give you a whole new packet tonight?
A very large part of the
This is yours.
increase obviously is the
Yeah.
part-time
Okay.
payroll. And that is due to the projected increase in state minimum wage and the corresponding, can't just raise the minimum wage. We need to proportionally raise the folks who've been here longer than the minimum wage. So doing a corresponding increase for everybody, that is the biggest jump in funding. And then most of the other things are fairly stable except for the utilities, which again are sort of out of our control.
Okay. And what's in the special meeting edition for the new business, which I didn't have on, it also talks about the 27 budget.
Yes, so
That-
that's the fiscal year actually ends in 2027. So it's
Okay.
fiscal year 27. It runs from July 1st, 26
Just 27, yeah.
to June
Okay.
30th, 27. So that's why it's the fiscal year 27 budget.
Okay, thank you for clarifying that.
So what I need from the board is a vote to approve this. And this, so since some of you haven't been through this process, my proposed budget goes into Lori, our head of finance, and then it all gets handed to Andy, who will meet with each of the department heads to review the proposal. And then it goes to the town council. And there's a very long process where things get cut and things get altered and things get changed. And then eventually it all shakes out at the end of the year, and hopefully we get at least most of what we want. And as my notes say, yes, Peter, we have asked for Sunday hours.
Thank you.
And this also does include, in case you're wondering, it does include funding for a security guard after school. Figured it was worth asking for that.
Okay. All right, so you'd like a budget approval?
Yes.
Okay,
A motion to approve the proposed budget for fiscal year 26-27.
can I have a motion to that effect by someone on the board?
I'll move that we
Okay.
accept the budget.
Is that Dale?
Yes.
Dale? Okay, all right, Dale made the motion, thank you.
She's branching out.
Okay, and could I have a second, please, for that motion to approve? A second by Beth Fitzgerald, thank you. Any discussion? Dale or Emily, any discussion from either?
No.
Dale?
No,
Okay. Yes, Beth?
All of the things like benefits, they just go with the regular town employees.
Yes, so the three of us who are full-time employees, our salary and benefits are in the town budget, not the library budget. So it gets, when we do the state report, when I do the state annual report, that number is included in the state report, but it is not included in our department budget.
Thank you.
If there's no other discussion, then I'll entertain the motion to approve the budget for 26-27.
I so move we accept the budget.
Okay, motion is made by Dale. I have a second. And the second is made by Beth Fitzgerald. Once again, we'll do this by name. I would start a little different this time. Sue?
Aye.
Aye, okay. Oh, it sounds like she's getting the eyes going. Right. Peter?
Aye.
Thank you. Beth? Emily?
Aye.
And Dale?
Aye.
And the chair votes aye as well. So again, this is approved unanimously. And I would like to take a short moment to just thank you, Drusilla. This must be a lot of work when you have to put all this,
It's mapping.
together. And
And,
um,
actually the biggest part is always, okay, what is the state supposed to do about minimum wage? And then what have all of our vendors said they're going to increase costs by? And,
Well-
the staff knows, they walk by my office and I'm there with a calculator muttering. I'm like, oh, she's working on the budget again.
well, thank you again for the work that goes into this. I'm sure that it takes quite an effort. And on behalf of the whole board, we appreciate the work you put into this. It also looks like within this category of new business that we have a 2026 meeting schedule that we should take a peek at.
I did not actually print it out because we have always done the second Monday at 7 p.m. unless there is a holiday or closure, in which case it becomes the third Monday. And so I'm asking if the board wishes to keep that schedule.
That sounds good to me.
All right, may I have a motion to approve that special schedule?
You want me to do that again?
Or how about Emily? Would you like to make a motion?
Sure, I'll make a motion.
Okay, thank you. To approve the what are we calling that?
The
Meetings, 2026 meeting schedule. Thank you, Emily. Do I have a second?
Second.
Peter Casserella seconds. Any discussion on the meeting schedule? Hearing none, then we will vote, again by name. I'll start with Emily this time. Emily?
Aye.
Gail?
Aye.
Beth?
Aye.
Peter?
Aye.
Sue?
Aye.
And the chair is aye as well. So again, a unanimous vote to adopt the continuation of our meeting schedule for 2026. Thank you. Okay, we've moved quite well through all these little things that I thought were going to perhaps take longer. So that's wonderful. We have other business, which I don't see anything on there. Is there any other business from any of the members of the board? Hearing none, there, we will, I think we're going to pass tonight on the plan committees, just because I do believe that we're going into executive session shortly to discuss what might take a little bit of time. So I will entertain a motion at this point to enter executive session to discuss pending claims or litigation to which the board is a party, as provided under subdivision 6 of section 1-200 of the Connecticut General Statutes. Would someone like to make a motion for us to enter executive session?
I so move.
Oh, gonna have to arm wrestle.
I'll give that one to Peter. Thank you, Peter. And do I have a second?
I will.
Okay. Is that Dale? I'm having a hard time whether it's Dale or anyone.
That's Dale.
Okay, thank you. All right.
This does need to be a roll call vote.
Okay, and we will do a roll call vote. We'll start with Dale. Dale,
Aye.
Emily,
Aye.
Beth, Peter,
Aye.
and Sue.
Aye.
And the chair votes aye as well. So at this point, at 7:30, what is it, 7:30 something?
I will, hang on, I have to end recording. Stop recording. No, hi, we want hello. Oh my goodness. Pause recording. All right, and.
So
now
I
you
make a
can-
motion to adjourn.
We've come out of executive session and Dale has made a motion to adjourn the special meeting. Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
Emily seconds it. And this one, I'll just accept you, aye or nay, without a roll call vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any nays and want to stay in business? Okay, good. We're good. Thank you again, all of you, for helping out. I hope you all have a healthy and happy holiday season as best you all can. And we'll meet again in January and we'll have a few more interesting things to talk about. But this really gets us into and through the crux of a lot of stuff that we've been waiting to get done. So thank you all again for being here tonight.